Всех приветствую, всем намасте. Кушать. Эх. Кушать. Это слышно? Интересно. Приехали соседи. Так. Щелбдок. Я весь в бутылках. Здесь можно заночевать, а? Пять бутылок. Приветик.
Sure, we carry guns, but knives are where it's at. It's not fun unless you're up close and personal.
Hey there.
That last one died too fast. I'm losing my touch.
У меня еще бутылок влезет. Так, мне говорили, надо куда-то идти. Далековато идти. И страсти там происходят на улице.
Please, just don't hurt me. Excuse me. These collars get damned hot after a while.
О, нет, алло. Кварцевая. Больше колы. Точнее, больше бутылок.
Hey.
Mason tarred and feathered the last alphas. Ain't been seen since. And it ain't smart to go asking about it.
Привет.
Well, hello there, young lady. Welcome to Nuka World. I'm Mira, your friendly Nuka World informational robotic assistant. Is this your first visit to Nuka World?
Очень похоже на девушку. Я уже девушка.
I haven't been a young lady for a long time.
You know, a lot of people say just the same thing. The way we see it, everyone who steps through that gate is a child at heart. Now, before you set off on your grand Nuka adventure, let me tell you about error, system malfunction.
Are you finished wasting my time, you filthy low-life scabber? 'Cause I'm getting bored, and when I get bored, I get violent.
Что ты несешь? Я, пожалуй, пойду. Повторю это еще раз. Тогда системные ошибки перестанут быть самой большой твоей проблемой.
Say that again, and your malfunctioning system is going to be the least of your problems.
Oh, was that supposed to be a threat? Don't make me laugh, you worthless pile of Brahmin dung. You couldn't scare a rat roach.
System restored. Oops, sorry about that little glitch. Data logs indicate unauthorized tampering with my personality subroutines. Please contact a Nuka World maintenance technician as soon as possible.
Well, you better have some proof that you were tampered with, bot. I'll scrap you for parts.
I sure do. Fortunately, my audio receptors recorded the entire event, and I submitted a holotape per standard security procedures. Now don't you worry, even despite that unfortunate incident, I'm still operating at well over 61% normal capacity. As I was about to say, I have a little tip to help you make the most of your exciting Nuka World adventure. Be sure to collect park medallions as you enjoy our amazing rides and attractions. There's a special reward if you collect a full set. If you have any questions about Nuka World, I'd be delighted to answer them. And remember, any time is the right time to enjoy a cold, refreshing Nuka-Cola.
What if I want a place to relax or get a bite to eat? Where should I go?
Why, you're already here. Nuka Town, USA is a great place to unwind and enjoy a delicious meal. If you're searching for a tasty treat your kids will love, take the whole family to Cappy's Cafe. Looking for a romantic night out? Enjoy dinner and a show at the parlor. Want a commanding view while you enjoy a world-class dining experience? Head on up to the Fizz Top Grill on Fizz Top Mountain. If you're up for a challenge, test your skills at the Nuka Cave or take a wild ride in one of our cola cars. What else would you like to know?
Tell me more about these park medallions.
I'd be delighted to. Spread throughout the park are several dispensing machines that will give you a special park medallion. Once you've got a complete set, just bring them back to me for a special reward.
Where can I find these dispensing machines?
I'll give you a hint. You'll want to visit some of our most popular rides and attractions to find them. What else would you like to know?
Tell me more.
I'd be spread through once you've got...
Я скорее пущу себе пулю в лоб, чем соглашусь лазать по парку в поисках каких-то бирюлек. Или может тебе пустить пулю в лоб?
I'll keep an eye out.
Happy hunting. What else would you like to know?
Все.
Tell me more about
Да
these park
все.
medallions.
I'd be delighted to.
Тихо.
Spread throughout...
Рынок. Что-то здесь не так.
We'd all considered putting a bullet in Coulter's back at some point. Suppose you just beat us to it.
Hey,
Pack and disciples. Bunch of amateurs playing dress-up. Understanding the operators ain't hard. We know how to live. The other gangs? Dying is more their strong suit. Never did get why Coulter brought in 3 gangs to claim Nuka World. I mean, he had us. Don't need the rest.
hey there.
I thought about trying my hand at the gauntlet just to see if I could do it. Waste of time now. No one's topping your performance.
Что продается?
Super mutants just hit the place. We're still trying to rebuild. Should be easy pickings.
If there's anything left. How good is this source of yours?
It's good, Shank. I don't bring you bullshit.
And I'd like to keep it that way. Here. Earn this. Anything else you find out?
Shank, you'll be the first to know.
Huh. So you're the new overboss. I expect you and I are gonna have a lot to discuss in the future.
Эх, скорим.
I'm sure Gage will send you my way soon enough.
Ну и ладно, пойдем сразу к тому. О, хоть вещи выложить можно. Хотя можно что-нибудь продать.
The boss comes calling. What's your pleasure today?
What have you got?
The medicine you need to set yourself free. I've got chems of all kinds for you, boss. Just tell me what you need.
I'll take a look. Sure.
You got it, boss.
Вау. Воу. Нехило, нехило. Что за чистая бумага? Кажется, я понял, почему так дорого. У меня, наверное, харизма вообще 0. Минус 3. Ну, 3. Так. Я все могу забрать, что ли? Или это глюк какой-то? Серьезно, ему вообще пофиг. Приветствую, Макаров. Стабильно? Как твои дела? Чат запустил. Почему завалял?
Not looking for trouble, just some good deals. Sure, I'm here to trade, but I'm not letting my guard down for a second.
Ты странно выглядишь.
Came a long way to see this place.
Не знаю. Такой вроде голос у меня. Если, конечно, что-то не сбилось в настройках микрофона. Понял. Как его набраться?
Let my chems put that troubled mind at ease, eh?
Не сбылось? Там станет меня. Ну, конечно же. Помедитировал. Ну, правда, проблемно сегодня было медитировать. О, газовая служба приезжала. Видите, с полиции звонили. Штраф оплатить надо ехать.
Hey there, boss. You really laid a beat down on Coulter. That was something. Guess that means his big plans for the park died with him.
А, ты еще разговаривать умеешь? Полиции-то? Да там штраф старый надо. Перешел дорогу в неположенном месте. Так, по ихнему мнению, конечно же.
Doing all right there, boss?
Так. Большие планы, значит, а в эти планы входило погибнуть на собственной арене. Есть ли шанс, что планы Кольтера помогут привести это место в божеский вид? Валерий, рассказывай. Да, со сборкой. Ну и там пара модов еще дополнительно поставлена.
If there's a chance that Coulter's plans could get this place back on track, I'm interested.
Whatever you say, boss. Back when Coulter first took over, he had big ideas. And he made some big promises. His plan was to get the power plant back online and light up the whole park, making it easier to conquer and safer for all of us. We could have done it too, but things changed. Slowed down. Coulter stopped pushing, stopped caring so much.
КОПМ? Кто это?
Doing all right there, boss?
Why did he stop caring? Did something happen?
Some of the gangs were guessing he got too comfortable, but I don't really know. Well, I'm just a trader, so I know my opinion doesn't count for anything. But I still think it's a good plan. Hell, I might even give those poor bastards out in Dry Rock Gulch a fighting chance.
Пять. Тайка.
The traders here are no better than slaves. Poor bastards.
Ох, тяжело тебе.
Hey!
Hey there, boss. You really laid a beat down on Coulter. That was something. Guess that means his big plans for the park died with him.
If there's...
Whatever. We could have done it too, but...
Why did he stop caring?
Some of the... Well, hell.
Indeed. What poor bastards are you talking about?
You know what? Just forget...
What poor bastards?
Странно.
You seem pretty well informed about Coulter's plans.
Well, yeah. Coulter needed my input on getting the power plant running again. I'm sort of the unofficial chief handyman around here. Or as close as we've got to one. Guess you could say I've got a vested interest in the plan to get the power back on. Speaking of which, do you think you'll see it through? Coulter's plan, I mean?
Coulter had the right idea. I just might finish what he started.
I hope you do, boss. Truth is, I've dreamed about that day more than once. Not sure why, really. Maybe I've just grown attached to the place. What with all the work I've done on it. It sounds funny, I know, but I think Nuka World is something really special. I think she deserves to have her lights shine again. And just imagine, at night you'd see it for miles around. Folk would talk about it. They'd come from all over to shop in the market. That's a lot of caps for you and the gangs.
How long have you been here?
Been about 20 years now, I guess. For better or worse, Nuka World is my home. Gotta get back to work here. See you around, boss.
Мы не договорили.
Hello.
Always wished I could ride some of the attractions here. Even now, they still look like a lot of fun.
А, еще и голод у меня. Хотя харизма нормально у меня. Тяжелая.
The boss comes calling. What's your pleasure today?
Sure. Let's take a look.
My pleasure.
Быть тоже. О, наконец-то светает.
I thought about trying my hand at the gauntlet just to see if I could do it. Waste of time now.
Тут еще есть торговцы? Крови, стимуляторы.
Hello, boss. Congratulations on taking out Coulter. I'm, sure you'll do great.
Теперь я круче всех.
Why would you congratulate me? It's not like you're free to go.
Well, to be honest, I don't know you yet, boss. Sorry I'm so nervous. I didn't mean any disrespect, boss. I just don't know where I stand with you, and I don't want to end up pissing you off. That, and well, I'd be lying if I said we weren't all wondering how you plan to run the place. I mean, this is your show now. You can do anything you want. You can run Nuka World just like Coulter. Business as usual, or you could, well, you know, get rid of the Raiders if you don't exactly agree with how they're running the place.
Стреляю.
Wow, this is the first time I've ever watched someone dig their own grave.
Okay, I get it, boss. Just take it easy. There's no need to get angry. Just forget I said anything.
Sure.
Anyway, got some medical supplies. Feeling all right?
Well, I admit, I didn't like being roped into this job in the first place.
Then this might be your chance to make some changes around here. The gangs that call this place home are already at each other's throats. Now, you could risk your own neck and try to keep them from tearing each other apart, or you could do the right thing and put them in the ground. And when it's all said and done, you're still running this place from your fancy house on the mountain over there. Except now, you won't have to sleep with a gun under your pillow.
I'd have to kill all of them?
No, of course not. If you're serious about this, then you'll have to take down the leaders of the gangs. That means putting a bullet into Nisha, Mason, Mags, and Mags's brother, William. Once you do that, the gangs will collapse and Nuka Town goes back to being a free trading post. I should, probably stop talking about this out here. Just keep what I said in mind. Anyway, I'm the closest thing to a doctor around here. I treat everyone, raider, trader, or traveler alike. Got some medical supplies too, if you're looking for those.
Так, минуточку.
I called out for a ceasefire on the condition that I'd see to their injuries as well as ours. Saved a few lives that day, including Coulter's. When he set up this place, he came back for me. Said if I came along, he'd make sure his guys wouldn't hit our settlement again. Now this place is my home. Anyway, anything I can do for you? Treatment or supplies?
Yeah.
Take a
look. Of course. What's it? Took one chem too many.
Yeah, you got it bad.
Эй, рассказать, сколько это стоит? Не надо?
All done. Any other complaints?
5 крышек. Ну ладно.
Feel better now that I'm cleaned up.
Glad to hear it. That was it. Fine. Come back.
Чё? Когда это мне ноги отстрелили? А, перегруз? Это от усталости, видимо. Кофеин.
Hey, Mackenzie. What can I do for you? Treatment or supplies? Yeah. All right, let's start with your symptoms. What's wrong exactly?
I'm pretty beat up.
Huh. You look fine, but... Oh, wait. Yep, that's gonna need to be set back in place. Let's get started.
Все лечит шприцом.
All done. Any other complaints?
No other complaint.
Very well then. Hey, Doc, need some stims? Or I can patch you up myself.
I need some...
Of course.
Supplies of all kinds for your journey.
Броня, ты где?
Sure, I'm here to trade. But I'm not letting my guard down for a second.
Turn out your pockets, don't hold nothing back. Arguing will get you killed, so don't give me no slack. I see suckers every day that they think they can take me on. Well, you'll see that I'm still here, and they're all gone. Give me what you got. I changed my mind. I'll
Not supposed to hurt the other gangs. No rule against tricking them into hurting each other.
As long as you keep your eyes on the merchandise and offer me, I'm happy to do business.
What have you got?
It changes every day, to be honest. But I try to keep a good mix of weapons, supplies, and trinkets. It's a decent bet I've got something you want.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Ну, здесь уже побольше. Говорес. Ого. Сколько урона у него и цена-то. Ого-го. И Витик. Можно к вам? Как поживаем? Красавцы. Или красавицы. Эй, ты чё встала? Ладно, я выйду. Видишь, какая?
It's been real busy lately. Guess things are going well.
Хорошо. Так, ладно, мне надо на выход. Видимо, был обрыв памяти. Пошлите вперед. Вау, тормозит. Пробудись. Сила компьютера. Что здесь тормозит-то? Нет. Ну, вроде все. Мусор внутри. Нет, все еще тормозит. Почему-то.
So let me get this straight. Some scabber makes it through the gauntlet, takes out the boss, and now we're all supposed to follow her? How does that work? She ain't even a raider.
All I know is Gage was in the mountain the other day and he had a real long talk with Nisha. In private.
Gage? How the hell with that guy? What's he ever done around here?
Hey, I'm just telling you what I saw. You want to know more about what's going on? Then maybe you should ask Mason.
What do I look like? An idiot?
That last one died too fast. I'm losing my touch.
Чё у вас тут? Да что происходит, а? Смотрю настройки. Ну, в смысле. Так, вроде все нормально. Можно только закрыть. Ладно. Сейчас лучше, нет? Не понял, как ты стреляешь-то?
Hey there.
Over, boss. Making trouble? Good.
Не трожь печеньку. Это прозрачный.
I thought about trying my hand at the gauntlet just to see if I
Понятно.
could do it.
С какой стати здесь тормозит, я не понимаю. Конечно, играть в эту игру тяжело.
Damn Nuka-Cola song stuck in my head again.
You've been hitting the jet pretty hard. Get some of that new Colmex stuff that Maddox cooked up. It'll set you right.
Hell no! This is the best buzz I ever had.
Hacking disciples. Bunch of amateurs playing dress up.
Что здесь происходит? Бедная печенька. Тяжело ей приходится.
Something hidden, shaped like a bottle cap.
I thought we told you to keep your ass at the market. If you're looking for something, you can find it there, like everyone else.
I'm not here for the market. I didn't travel hundreds of miles to go shopping.
I don't suppose you came here for a bullet in the brain either. So if you want to live, I suggest you stay where you belong.
Oh, you guys are real friendly, aren't you?
Things are boring as hell since Nisha made us team up. I ain't no fan of playing nice with others.
Nuka World! I've always dreamed of coming here, and now I finally made it! This place is amazing, don't you think?
A colorful junkyard is still a junkyard.
A junkyard? Are you crazy? Just look around! You can just imagine the children, smiling and happy, all drinking Nuka-Cola and having the time of their lives. It must have been magical. The name's Sierra Petrovita. I traveled all the way from the capital wasteland to visit this place. Maybe you've heard about my Nuka-Cola museum?
Oh, yeah. The Nuka-Cola Museum. Everyone's heard of that.
Really? That's great! I'm so glad word is catching on. Maybe I'll get more visitors soon. You just made my day! Here, let me return the favor. It's not really cold anymore, but I'm sure it still tastes great. Well, I'd stay and chat some more, but I've gotta get back to my search.
If you're searching for a more ridiculous pair of sunglasses, don't bother. I doubt such a thing exists.
Sunglasses? Oh, you mean the Cappy glasses. Sorry, Sometimes I forget I'm even wearing them. Aren't they great? It was pretty clever making them part of the... Oh, I shouldn't have said that. You know what? Never mind. I'll just keep looking.
What are you searching for?
I don't really want to say. It's nothing personal. I just don't know you well enough to trust you. Sorry.
I'll keep your secret. You can trust me.
It's not that I don't want to tell you. It's just that I came all this way and I'd hate for someone else to beat me to it. Sorry.
Are you sure? Is there anything I can do to change your mind?
Well, there is something. There's a particular flavor of Nuka-Cola that I haven't had in a really long time. It's called Nuka-Cola Quartz. It glows white in the bottle. You can't miss it. If you could bring me a bottle, then I'd be happy to share my secret with you.
Got it right here. Enjoy.
Wow! That's amazing! Thank you! I guess you could think of me as the world's biggest Nuka-Cola fan. I've been obsessed with this stuff since the first time I tasted it. I collect all the merchandise I can find, like these awesome Cappy glasses I'm wearing. But these aren't just ordinary sunglasses. They were part of a really cool contest that started just before the war. Oh my gosh. And the winner of the contest would get to meet the famous John Caleb Bradburton himself.
Bradburton. I remember that name. He was the guy who invented Nuka-Cola, right?
Exactly! Wow, not a lot of people know that. At least not anymore. So, to win the contest, you had to find 10 images of Cappy, the Nuka-Cola mascot, hidden throughout the park. Each image has part of a code or something, and only these special glasses can reveal it. Now I know what you're thinking. Bradburton's long gone. Who cares about the contest anymore? Well, I'm betting that somewhere in his office is the original Nuka-Cola formula. That formula was one of the great mysteries of the soft drink world, and it would be the crown jewel of my collection. If you can help me get it, I promise it'll be worth your while.
Sure. Why not? Might learn more about the park while I'm at it.
Good point. You're new here after all. You should learn everything you can. I'll give you my Cappy glasses and this old contest holotape. It's got hints about where to find the hidden Cappies. Just track down the clues and then come back to me once you've found them all. I'm an expert in all things Nuka-Cola, so I'm sure I'll be able to decipher it. Happy hunting!
Think.
Nisha really only has one rule around here. Don't get caught.
Hey there.
Наши ноги
Sure, we carry
походят.
guns, but knives are where it's at. It's not fun unless you're up close and personal.
Купаться. Да, особо не купаешься.
Waste of time. We'd all considered putting a bullet in Coulter's back at some point. Suppose you just beat us to it.
Ты что здесь делаешь?
Hey.
Never did get why Coulter brought in 3 gangs to claim Nuka World. I mean, he had us. Don't need the rest.
Купайся. Странный чувак. Speech is not free speech. Думай, прежде чем говорить. Offensive. Что защитная речь из несвободная речь. Фэнсив. Что-то знакомое. Можно наверх? Мне наверх. Какие быстрые лифты здесь. Воу.
The digs are yours now. I hope you like the look. Coulter had some peculiar tastes. But this view is something, huh? Everything you see here is under your control, now that you're in charge.
I still don't get it. Why put me in charge?
You may have noticed that our former overboss, Coulter, was a fucking asshole. And that's me being nice. Ended up being poisoned for this whole operation. The way I see it, surviving the gauntlet means you've got what it takes. Or at least the potential. For a good while now, we've needed someone who can get shit done, make real progress.
If I'm really running the show now, let's get to work.
Now that right there is just the kind of attitude I was hoping for. Look, I'll be honest with you. This operation needs someone to step in and take the reins. Sure as hell ain't gonna be me. Leading outright ain't my style. And there's already some blaming me for supporting Coulter all this time. My talents are best put to use helping a new overboss get all this shit under control. You get me?
What sort of talents would you say you have, Gage?
Aside from being a good shot and having a foul mouth, I've run with gangs nearly my whole life. I know how raiders think, what they're after, and how to use that to your advantage. Trust me, I'm in this just as much as you are. This shit needs to work out.
Oh, sure. I understand. So, are you just gonna paint the bullseye directly on my back, or what?
I ain't gonna lie. It's a part of the reason you won't see me stepping up and running things. But I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be that bad. Let's take a step back and talk big picture, okay? Nuka World. Shit. This was the dream. Huge. Built like a goddamn fortress. You run this, world is yours. We had a good head start on it. A lot of work went into getting the disciples, the operators, and the pack to work together. But we got here. About a year ago, we pushed in through the front gate. Take over Nuka Town. Get these traitors under our thumb. And then, well, Coulter got lazy. He was content to sit on his ass. Never bothered putting in the effort to finish taking over the park. The gangs got restless and started pissing each other off. It is a real mess.
What kind of a mess am I walking into here?
It was little shit at first. Heated tempers, arguments, the occasional shooting. Got worse over time, though. Gangs started staking out as much territory as they could. All being on top of each other like this. Started looking for excuses to turn on each other. If something ain't done soon to settle things down, it's gonna reach a point there ain't no coming back from.
Coulter couldn't pull this off? He was weak. Didn't deserve to be in charge.
Tell me about it. I thought he had what it took, so I helped arrange this whole deal. Didn't work out. But now that you're here, you got a second shot. Look, I know these gangs. Been working with them or against them for years now. I'll help you, okay? Walk you through everything. First thing you gotta do is get the gangs behind you. Without them supporting you, you're not getting shit done. You don't have to trust them. Hell, you don't even have to like them. But you need them to respect you enough to follow you.
Не волнуйся, меня все любят.
Have any advice for how I should go about it?
Come on, they're raiders. They ain't hard to figure out. Tell them you like how violent they are, that you'll shower them in caps. Just don't oversell.
Sure. I don't need them. I get by just fine on my own.
Oh my God, shut up with this. I'm telling you, you need their help. Look, technically, you're already the new overboss, right? That's like half the work done right there. Just meet the leaders. Talk with them. Flex your muscles a little. Show them you mean business.
What happens after they're on my side?
Then, we get started on taking over the rest of Nuka World. But, one step at a time. You in?
Okay, let's do this.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. You just need to show them you're the right woman for the job. I'll be here if you need me. You are the overboss after all. Just don't screw this up.
Что-то автор сборки подзабросил свое детище. Было много модов интересных. Что-то их поудалял в новой версии сборки. Печально. Пишущая машинка. Изолентушка. Что-то как-то быстро я устаю с этой игры. О. Девушка мне, девушка.
Nice.
Сундук босса. Ладненько. Что-то мне кажется, этого ничего не было раньше. Это из сборки, что ли, добавили? Смотришься ты не очень, конечно.
this gonna work? What if we overload the processor? Could fry the whole system.
Then we salvage it for parts. You really think anyone's gonna miss this robot? Now hand me that screwdriver.
If this little personality upgrade works, it's gonna be the funniest damn thing in the park. Man, I can't wait to see the looks on the other guys' faces when they try to talk to it.
There. All done. One slightly raiderized robot ready for duty.
Даже стекло еще на месте.
You need something, boss?
Aren't you raiders all the same?
Hey, come on now. No need to be insulting. Commonwealth gangs, well, most of them don't even qualify. They ain't organized. They don't make smart decisions. Basically one step up from rabid animals. I've run with some of them over the years. Every single time, they either think way too small or get themselves wiped out. I make a point of getting the hell out of Dodge before that happens.
I don't get it, Gage. What's the appeal of all this?
Oh, come on. It ain't that hard to see. You take whatever you want from whoever you want. Anybody has a problem with that, you cut them down. You telling me that doesn't sound like even just a little bit of fun to you? Anyway, don't mistake the gangs out here for being the same as those Commonwealth saps. Gangs out here, they got agendas, and they're gonna expect results. You can't afford to forget that. You need anything else?
Tell me more about the gangs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, quite the assorted bunch. All used to hate each other, and I guess maybe they still do to a degree. Took a shitload of work to get them all on board with this idea, so I really don't want to lose them now. And if I were you, I'd start with the disciples. They might all be crazy, probably are in fact, but Nisha has her reasonable moments. Then you've got the operators. Spoiled, rich kids, but doesn't mean they ain't ruthless killers. If you can impress Mags, she'll listen to you. And then there's the pack. I'm not saying they're savages, but, well, shit, they're savages. I don't know how Mason keeps them on a leash. Up to you who you want to trust the most, but you're gonna need to trust at least some of them. You need anything else?
I want to know more about Nuka World.
Yeah, good call. Big-time amusement park back before the world went to shit. Well, I guess if this place is any indication, it wasn't so hot before it all blew up. Anyway, we weren't the first to think of this place as a good stronghold. Before we got here, a bunch of traders had set up shop and hired a whole lot of guns to protect them. They were dug in like ticks. That's why it took pulling a bunch of gangs together to even have a chance.
You've got this area of the park. Isn't that enough? Why do you want more?
You got a lot to learn, boss. So we've got Nuka Town, and most of the traders work for us now. They ain't happy about it, but screw 'em. We really need the rest of these parks, though. Every one of them not under our control is a threat. And the gangs are too cramped up. They're stepping all over each other. Unless they get room to spread out, there's gonna be bloodshed. So the sooner you get them all to agree to follow orders, the sooner we can improve our situation. You, got any more questions?
Nothing else for now.
All right. You know where to find me.
Водичка. Тут-то я устаю с этой игры. Очень быстро. Ладно, благодарю за просмотр. Всем всех благ. До новых встреч.
Shanti, Shanti.